Okay, time to move on to the I Have the Power section. Mr. Harshavardhan from Chittoor, Andhra Pradesh did 139.4 kilometers in a span of 8 hours nearly on his Ather 450 electric scooter.
That's really good because Ather should do normally 90 kilometers. So let's take a look at a few pictures that Harshvardhan has sent us of his journey. So here he is starting off at 6,916 kilometers on his odometer, and basically he stays in Chittoor and he had to go back to Bangalore to service his scooter.
Yeah, it should be mentioned that he did it out of necessity, not because he wanted to go on an adventure. So please bear this in mind if anyone else with an Ather 450 is planning something like this.
Right. So and then he gets to somewhere near the charge point, which is 7,047 kilometers on his odometer. So here he is at the end point where he was supposed to charge, and he's covered 129 kilometers here. However, the charge point has been demolished by the municipality. So this is what has happened, and he cannot charge. Charge denied. So he needs to go to the next charge point, which is 7.5 kilometers away, and he has only 3 kilometers left on his worth of charge on his scooter. So he goes to a nearby blacksmith shop and plugs it in, charges it up to 16%, and is able to get to that place where he needs to charge. Where there are already 3 scooters being charged, which is fine. At least he gets to charge to 100% here. And this is his ride statistics, which tells you that in 471 minutes of riding, he has covered 139 kilometers. So that's a fantastic new record for the Ather electric scooter.
Yeah. So there are 3 things that become apparent from this EV story. One is that Mr. Harshvardhan drove his vehicle very efficiently in order to get nearly 140 kilometers from 90 kilometer range. Number 2 is about how it is convenient to charge your EV just about anywhere. You don't need to be near a petrol pump in order to fill up your tank. And number 3 is about the precarious charging situation in India still when it comes to electric vehicles. The charging station that he originally planned to go to was demolished. If he had not managed to go to that blacksmith shop, whatever it was, and not got the charge, he'd have been stuck in a very bad situation.
Well, Abhishek, I think a 5 ampere socket for a 2-wheeler can be found almost anywhere.
Right.
So maybe not so bad as it would have been had it been a 4-wheeler.
Yeah. So anyway, congratulations Mr. Harshvardhan on making this arduous journey, and we wish you all the best on your future EV journeys on your Ather 450. Alright, so the next Twitter item, Mr. Rahul Rajan, whom a lot of you probably know from the green building video that we did on YouTube several months ago, recently drove to Bombay. He sent us photos of his Tata Nexon EV charging at a resort in Mud Island in Kandivali. Here is what he had to say about the experience. I'm happy to report that I had long discussions with the resort in Mud Island, Bombay about providing a charging facility for my car. Initially, they were not complying as they had never had a request like that or done anything like it before, but with reasoning with them regarding the future and how this will be a regular request from customers, they helped me with the point. They have dedicated this space for me during my entire stay here. He also shared some pictures which Rafe will comment on.
So here you are, guys. You can see that his Nexon EV is charging near what looks like a security cabin. Just goes to show that almost any place where you have a 15 ampere socket and with good earthing, you can use to charge your electric vehicle. It's just that people are not aware how easy this is, and whenever you ask to charge a car, which is not something that they have ever heard of before, they get scared and afraid. So I think Rahul's talking to them assuage their fears, and they've offered him a beautiful parking space. You can see that this is just behind the parking lot where there are a lot of petrol cars parked, and this kind of electricity outlet can very easily be extended to the parking lot as well. So this is an easy do for any resort, any location which wants to encourage electric vehicle owners to come by. And it's a comfortable place, quite out of the way. So this is great. Well done, Rahul.
Alright, the next entry is from Mr. Mayur Saini. He drove his Tata Nexon EV from Delhi to Rohtang. Here's what he had to say. Completed 1,195 kilometers again from Delhi to Rohtang with 6 days trip Thanks to Tata Motors' vast service network and professionals to support us in completing our trip. Special thanks to Karnal, Kullu and Bilaspur Tata team. Regarding charging, he said, I charged at the following locations: Karnal, Chandigarh, Bilaspur, Mandi and finally Kullu, almost at every 120 to 140 kilometers, thanks to Tata Motors, because in hilly areas it consumes a lot of battery.
That's right, guys, and let's take a look at the pictures he sent us. The first one, you can see a massive EV charging station, I suppose at one of the Tata Motors dealerships or the service center. And you can see how easy it is. It's just a 15 ampere socket that they have set up and demarcated the area as an EV charging point where the car can park for the duration of the charge. This is very good support by Tata Motors, I would say, Abhishek. These guys are really helping their customers get from point A to point B, no matter how far away the distance in between is. Here's another one. This is another service center, and probably they had one of the 15 ampere sockets nearby where he could plug his car in and charge. So obviously going uphill he consumed a lot more energy, but the trip back would have been a pure joy because of the amount of regen that he would have got coming down the slope. So Mayur Saini from Delhi, well done, and we hope you make many more such long journeys in your Tata Nexon EV.
So the next contribution is by our very own Atul from Pune. A lot of you know Atul from the videos he's done for us. He has a unique brand of humor and his videos are really quite enjoyable. If you haven't seen them, check them out. He sent us a picture of what looked like a pickup truck going around carrying two Hero electric bicycles.
That's right, Abhishek, and I think this is a wonderful idea, a road show which helps popularize a concept which has not yet taken root in the people's minds yet. I think a lot of other electric vehicle dealers could do something similar. Have a road show where people see this going on the road, they see it stop somewhere where they can take a ride and try it out. So give them a hands-on experience, a mobile experience center, so you might call it.
Yeah.
So Atulji, thank you so much. This was really a very inspiring contribution.
Alright, so our next contribution comes from our very own Kamlesh, who, while driving around in the city of Pune, saw an electric bus. He said, we have 125 electric buses in my city of Pune, and every time I go on a drive to different parts of the city, I see these beautiful, silent, white e-buses.
Yes, and I remember when we used to go to Pune and roam around the city, we would count how many electric buses we saw. And you won't believe, but there's about 12 a day that you can count.
Amazing.
So, fantastic. I think it's very good that we're having public transport convert over to EVs first.
Yeah. Pune has always been the leader in the EV revolution anyway, and I'm glad to see more of these electric buses on the street. So, thanks Kamlesh for sending us that picture. So the next contribution is from Mr. Ranjan Ray, who I'm sure you all remember is probably the first person in India to have completed 100,000 kilometers in his E20 electric car. Recently, Mr. Ray drove from Delhi to Dehradun in his Tata Nexon EV in one charge.
So Abhishek, he actually drove 263 kilometers without charging, and remember it's uphill after Roorkee, so you lose a lot of charge over there.
After reaching Dehradun, Ranjan actually messaged us about this experience. This is what he had to say. He reached Doon city centre with 3% left, but went down to 0% 1.5 kilometers from Soumya's house. First lesson learned today: don't try pushing the Nexon EV.
Exactly. His earlier car, the E20 was much lighter and easier to push, I suppose. Hence he has learned this. Well, let's look at the group picture. You can see the motley crew over here. From left, first is Soumya-ji, then you have Ranjan, then Soumya-ji's daughter, then you have Raman, and then you have Mr. KV Suresh, also an avid EV enthusiast from Delhi, who has the best lasting battery pack that we have ever seen. It's done more than 1.5 kilometers and it's still going strong, no degradation yet. Very healthy charging habits, we would say.
Ranjan also sent us a message after he had returned to Delhi from Dehradun. He said, awesome range achieved while coming back from Doon to Noida and then city drive.
So there he has done 362 kilometers and this is coming down the Ghat. So he's getting regen. Let's take a look at the picture. So you can take a look at the odometer readings over here on this picture, which shows that he has got 362 kilometers on this trip and with 1% charge remaining. And also one more thing that I would like to comment about is how much energy he has used per kilometer. It's only 119 watt hours per kilometer, where in our smaller E2Os, we have a 90 watt hour per kilometer average that most of us are able to manage. So 119 is not so far away for a much bigger car. So that's very efficient driving.
So while Ranjan was doing this drive, we were all following his progress on our WhatsApp groups, and Ranjan has always been a bit of a pioneer when it comes to things like this. So we were very happy to see him embark on another journey and complete it successfully.
That's right.
Recently, Mr. Sri Chakradhar Varanasi from Bangalore, who owns the Pure EV's ePluto 7G, recently uploaded a video. In the video, he talked about how the BMS has been changed to a better version.
That is an awesome update, Abhishek. How quietly Pure EV is working, and even existing customers are being given an upgrade to their BMS.
Right.
Apparently, the discharge current has been improved in this update, and this has resulted in extra pickup for ePluto 7G owners. We spoke to the Pure EV team about this update, and they said that they wanted to keep this entire update process silent, and that they noticed that many customers are delighted after they go in for a company service, and they are very pleased with the new performance. There are very few companies that do this kind of update. Even the big players like Hero, Okinawa and Ampere don't do this kind of update for their customers.
We love the Pure EV team. They said that regular updates like these will cumulatively lead to significant improvements. These improvements include pickup, speed, life cycle, range and safety. Thank you so much, Sri Chakradhar, for sharing this update with the EV community. Mr. Parthiban from Tirupur, Tamil Nadu recently inaugurated the first DC fast charging station installed by the startup Xeon Charging. He sent us the following message. Today I inaugurated the first private EVCS in South India, Xeon Charging. This was a soft launch. It is located at Sangagiri near Salem towards the Coimbatore-Cochin highway. From there to Bangalore, your SOC should be 95% in the Kona. In the upcoming days, probably by Pongal or Makar Sankranti, we will come out with a fast charging EVCS from Bangalore to Chennai and Bangalore to Cochin. Need your blessings and well wishes for our dream to come true.
Awesome. Let's take a look at the pictures that they've sent us. So here we can see them actually making the first ever payment on the Xeon Charging. I think this is a fantastic idea, Abhishek, to have these kind of very well set up. And I think they've put in quite a lot of investment into this one electric vehicle charging station, and it definitely is a sign of things to come. The second photograph, you can see this very big bold letters, electric vehicle charging. I think that in itself instills confidence in people who pass by that they can buy electric vehicles and they can find charging for it. Here it is a very swanky looking setup, and you can see a Hyundai Kona and a Tata Nexon standing side by side. It's open to all vehicles, so you can just go there and charge. Very well done up. I like the way it looks. And Xeon fast charging, this is their advertising, I think, the banner on the side. It's a very good setup, I think, fantastic. So Xeon Charging was founded by our friend Karthik from Tirupur, Tamil Nadu, and he himself is an electric vehicle owner. He owns a Mahindra E2O Plus, and he was really frustrated with the lack of fast charging infrastructure on highways. So he actually took it upon himself to set up this company, do the branding, purchase the chargers, and actually make this place happen. So Karthik, very well done. Way to go to turn something which seems like a disadvantage into an absolute opportunity. This is an opportunity for anybody who's savvy enough to take up something which is a sunrise industry. Chargers are going to be the in thing once we all transition over to electric transport. So this charger was the first one that he set up in Salem, Tamil Nadu, and there are many more coming.
Congratulations, Team Xeon Charging. Mr. Akhil V from Bangalore, who owns a Hyundai Kona EV, recently did a road trip from Bangalore to Kerala and charged at, where else, the Xeon Charging fast charger. He said, guys, just completed a 450-kilometer drive in my Kona in 9 hours from Bangalore to my ancestral home near Alathur, Kerala. Made possible thanks to the 50 kilowatt DC fast charger installed at Saravana Bhavan, Vaigundam near Salem by Xeon Charging. He also said, big thanks to Karthik and team for biting the bullet and getting things going on the ground. It is only going to expand from here on out, and the usual suspects who want EV infra on the ground before buying EVs will be silenced. Actual drive time was about 7.5 hours, which is quick for this route. Charging time was 45 minutes, and the remaining 45 minutes went in my dinner break and talking to the Xeon guys there. What also really made me happy was the installation engineer from Delta, a young guy, early 20s, who was super enthusiastic about EVs. The future is bright.
Wow, the recently inaugurated Xeon charger is actually already in use by the Bengaluru and Coimbatore community. Let's take a look at some pictures. So let's take a look at the pictures that Akhil has sent us. And here you can see that this is the Hyundai Kona Dash and it's gone down to 12%. The approximate charge time for this would be 45 minutes. He plugs it in, and the next picture is actually the electric vehicle charging station. It's really colorful, really bright. I love this kind of signage. It builds confidence in people that electric vehicles can be charged anywhere. What you can see here is the charger, the fast charger, and it can charge 2 cars at a go. So it's basically a 50 kilowatt charger, and when you have 2 vehicles charging, they do 25 kilowatts each. So it's a fantastic setup. I'm really thrilled to see this. And here you have the next photograph where the Hyundai Kona is a full 100% and ready to go.
Akhil also said that his journey time and travel speed both improved thanks to the fast charging he did at the Xeon charger. Have done about 7 round trips in my Kona since the first one last year, and only that first one had the element of the unknown. But this destination is another 80 km beyond. So this charger definitely unlocked the extra jump and also led to much quicker driving speeds.
There you have it, guys. People are not only using electric vehicles to go long journeys on highways, but they are totally enjoying it and saving time because it takes less time to charge than it takes for a pit stop.
Yeah. Thanks, Akhil, for sharing this experience with us. And we are so happy to hear about your experience at Xeon. And we hope this will encourage more people from Bangalore and Coimbatore to take the electric vehicles on long road trips.
Alright guys, that wraps up the I Have the Power section, and it has totally blown our minds again. And it's wonderful to see such news coming from the EV community, people actually using electric vehicles in real life scenarios and finding them to be better than their ICE oil counterparts. If you have any stories that you would like to share with us and share with other EV users, enthusiasts and people who are looking to switch and convert, please go ahead and send it to Plug in India at support@pluginindia.com, and we will be sure to feature you in our next Plug in India show episode.